What's going on, everybody? This is the DeGameHuntah channel with another episode, DomiNations. Yes, we keep moving forward. We got more episodes coming in. That's what you guys are requesting. And today we're going to review a couple attacks because it's all about the loot. When you start playing at the beginning, it's all about the loot. It's all about getting resources, steal resources, and that's all that you're supposed to be taking care, right? Because the idea is to make your city, your village, your town grow as fast as possible. How is that possible? Stealing resources, okay? So we're gonna review like a 2 or 3 attacks and see what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, and trying to get as much loot as possible, okay? So here we go! Alright, here we go. Attack number 1. We're going against a Chinese medieval, which is it's gonna be a little bit tougher because it's using some blessings, defensive blessings. And the base is I would say it's quite decent. So let's see how we're gonna do this one. Okay, we're gonna be commentating the attack, see what we're doing right, what I'm doing wrong, a couple things I could probably do better. For example, in this attack, I shouldn't be attacking from this corner because I forgot that you cannot attack Notre Dame. So there's really no point to come from here. My idea was to target the first catapult, so it's not too bad, okay, after all. So what I'm doing, I deploy first a couple of Chikunus and the ballista. Then I wait for the cavalry, defensive cavalry, to get close to my ballista, and then I start deploying my pigman. Okay, super important to do that because the pigmans otherwise they're gonna go and attack whatever is in front of them, and then I'm gonna completely forget about defending what is important. In this case, the ballista. Ballista is the most important unit right now in this attack. If you keep all your troops together, is the best. You see, right now we just have an opening. We're using the rally to attack the catapult, and then the castle is also down. Perfect. The whole idea, like I say, is keeping your troops together. Use the rally as much as possible because it's super important. If your troops are all over the place, you won't be able to survive for too long. Alright, so I got the knights bringing down the ballista towers. I got the ballista destroying the garrisons, which is great, and I believe the town hall is gonna go down in a few. There you go, town center is down. Perfect. We're moving forward. It's a little bit disorganized at this point, but there is not that many buildings that we need to worry about, except for the catapult. Let's see if we can get all the troops together. In the meantime, I see my pigmans doing all kind of crazy attacks. I don't know what those pigmans are doing over there. There is still a couple of things, you see? Trying to regroup, rally, and get the troops together. Why? Because I saw all those units coming towards the ballista, and you need to have the troops, at least the Chikunu, providing support to the ballista, right? Supply car in the back, providing an extra boost so my Chikunus can stay alive. And so far we did a really good job. I still believe there is a couple of issues with the game when you attack. There is sometimes the units, they don't react the way it's supposed to. Sometimes they get completely stuck, like destroying a wall instead of trying to do something different. Well, in this case it's not too bad, but I've been seeing my troops acting extremely weird. For example, what's going on in here? Okay, that's a caravan. My supply car decided to take a break because probably it's not necessary to stay with the rest of the troop, and that is a problem. Okay, I know that they're supposed to be close to the units that require some, I don't know, healing, but still, when sometimes they get like in a really strange stationary location and position, which I don't really appreciate. Again, for example, in here they're spending so much time destroying the wall, and that wall is not gonna come down anytime soon. So by the time my pigman and the rest of the Chikunus take care of the last farm and build their house, these guys are still gonna be there shooting walls. That's it. There is a couple of things in the AI that need to be fixed in the game, no doubt about it, especially with supply cars. Supply cars sometimes can get really tricky. Alright, that was a really good attack. Decent loot, almost 50,000 in each, and all the troops are coming back home, which is the best. Alright, let's get ready for the next attack. Here we go, attack number 2 against medieval Chinese also. Let's see what we can do. It's a decent base. This catapult probably is... It's not a good location because you can really easily target that defensive building, which is not good. But in general, it's not too bad. So let's see. I don't even remember all the attacks because there's so many of those stuff. But I believe we're gonna start from here. Okay, we're gonna start from this area. Why? Because we need to bring down the castle. Okay, just in case. I like to take care of the generals. The generals sometimes it's extremely powerful, and if you're not destroy them at the beginning, it could be tricky at the end, because otherwise your troops can be spread all over the map, and what you need again is to bring down that unit super fast. Okay, so here we go. We move forward. Castle is down. General is down. Cleopatra is commanding the troops. One more time. Dual ballista, supply card, bunch of units. Let's see if we can get them together. There's some cavalry coming from the back, but the Chikunu are a really good unit. Is helping me to bring down everybody. One rally, one more time. Super important to master the rally, because that way you can keep your troops alive for a little longer. Okay, if they move together, you have a better chance to survive. There you go. One more time. Ballistas are getting protected by this big group of pigments and Chikunu. The other good thing about keeping the troops together is that the supply car can actually heal more troops at the same time. We're doing much better in this one. Yes, Cleopatra is still commanding the attack. Careful with those ballistas. What you need to do, if somebody getting close to the ballista, use their rally one more time. Get the troops together. There you go. You see, one more time the ballistas are behind the Chikunu, and we can take care of the other buildings. Awesome. The cavalry is down. Chikunus are still stealing some resources. So far, we're stealing some decent loot. I don't really complain. That is exactly what we need to do, because again, you spend so many resources between defensive buildings, which is super important. Those require gold. You need food also. You need to do all the upgrades in the library, because at the library you can get some really interesting upgrades that are going to help you big time. And I have a really small group of Chikunus. I don't know if they're going to be able to survive for too long. At least we got a really massive amount of loot. That is what we're looking for. Almost 80,000 in gold and 41,000 in food. I will take that any day. Any day. That was a really good attack. Again, it's all about the loot, okay? Let's go back and get the troops ready for the next attack. Here we go, one more time. Let's see. Chinese medieval, one more time. Trying to fight people from my level, which is convenient for me. I mean, my troops are capable to fight against medieval bases, and also gunpowder. I mean, I don't really have that many issues with the gunpowder unless they start upgrading all the defensive buildings. Then we're in trouble. This one is quite powerful. I can see a lot of high-level defensive buildings, which could be a big problem. But let's see. I don't remember where my ballistas are going to start the attack, and here we go. Okay, we're going to start deploying from this area, trying to bring down the catapult. They got a small opening. It's a little bit tricky, this location, but I got my supply card providing some extra support. Here comes the cavalry, here comes the infantry. It's time to deploy more Chikunus and also some more pigman. There you go. Now we're using the supply car, and also we're using the first kit. One of the perks, of course. We need to use them when it's necessary, and this one was perfect. We're going to deploy also some mercenaries, because mercenaries are critical. Trust me, especially, for example, unit like the War Elephant. Woo! Super powerful. War Elephant trying to make a hole. I don't know why you're trying to attack over there. There's nothing. Oh, perfect. Dumbo. You decide to move forward, and again, it's all about the loot. It's not about the base. I don't care about the base. Ooh, here comes Cleo. Cleo's going to be trouble. So, rally. Get the troops together one more time. Perfect. Let's deploy some of the alliance troop. Remember, your alliance member can provide you some support, and beautiful. Somebody gave me some Chikunus, so it's going to be perfect for this attack. And the elephant, well, the elephant keep moving forward. Beautiful. All right, so we need to bring down the Colosseum. So far, we're doing just fine. We're stealing some decent loot. There is a lot more loot, probably, to steal, but let's do what we can. This one. So far, we're doing okay in the middle, trying to save the rally for when it's necessary. And yes, supply car one more time is helping me big time to keep my troops alive. Super important. Look at this. Full control this area. Nice. Supply car a little bit. There's something that they need to fix, because the supply car can go through walls, which is not good. Number one. And number two, every time that you send a rally location or a rally mission, they just go like lemons. And then, unfortunately, they're so fast, they're gonna get there before, and usually they're gonna get killed. So ultra careful when you do your rallies with the supply carts. Not too bad. We got some decent loot in this one. I mean, we won't be able. Like, actually, we got one of the stars, which is great. The last Chicanu holding the ground. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Yes. Let me see. Do I have something left? Nope. I got my. These troops are dancing for some strange reason. All right. Something got freaking here. Let me see if we can speed up this. Yep, doing some fitness in there. For some reason got stuck. There you go. Marginal victory, but we got a decent loot, and that's what we're looking for. Let's get ready for the last replay of this episode. All about the loot. One more time. Really important. And this is against a medieval German. Let's see what we can do. The walls are pretty much located in this area, which this player is covering the resources building. Completely understandable. And trying to understand the rest of the base. Some of the defensive buildings are way too separated, but I guess it's fine. Let's go. Let me see. I'm trying to remember from where we're gonna start this attack. I believe it's from the right side, but just in case, we're gonna wait for a few seconds. Let me see if we can deploy one of the units. For today will be great, and there we go. Ballistas first, because they got more range, and then we can start bringing down those farms extremely fast. Hopefully Ballista Tower will go down too. Perfect. We didn't lose any troops in there. Now we need to be ready. Now that we have a little bit more room, we can deploy the supply car. And then we have some pigments protecting the Chicanus. Always wait for the cavalry, or at least for the first wave of cavalry and infantry units before deploying your cavalry and your pigments, because otherwise they can die extremely fast. Alexander, commander in the attack. Perfect. We're moving just okay. See, this is the perfect location for the supply car. Unfortunately, like I said, you see, that's the problem. Those knights were able to bring down my supply car in two seconds. That's one of the little issues. I mean, sometimes the troops. I wish there was a troop or a special ability when you can actually tell the, I don't know, have some units that they can stay with your supply carts or your ballistas, because, well, the Chicanu, they do a good job. Yeah, you know what? No, forget about this. Forget what I say. It's fine. It's fine. The only problem, like I said, with the game, that the troops are going in every direction. Right now, I got some mercenaries which are joining right here. There you go. Those are actually troops. They're coming from one of my teammates. Perfect. There's a pigman. Nice. Chicaner taking care of everything over here. I got a war elephant taking the hit, but one more time, rally point. Get the troops together. Once that we have the troops together, we can keep moving forward. You see? Nice. Nothing better to have your troops in one group. Of course, if you need to, if there is a catapult, that it's not really efficient to have all the troops together. But in general, it works really well. That way you can overwhelm your enemies extremely fast. There you go. Doing quite okay. Destroying the last couple minutes, the last sentry tower. Perfect. Then there's one more. There's one more over there, and after that we're gonna finish with all the defensive buildings. That means that we're gonna receive our troops back after this battle, which is great. That's the ideal. Okay, the idea is to always receive your troops back, because that way you can save time and you can save food. Sometimes it doesn't work, but in general, that is what you're supposed to do. You're doing really good in this one. 96%. The general is having a lot of fun destroying farms, and still have a big group of Chicanu and a couple of pigmen. Complete destruction, 100%. Decent loot, more than 100,000 in gold, more than 70,000 in food, and that is what we're looking for. That's what you need to be targeting when you look for an opponent when you start playing the game. Okay, don't worry about the start, don't worry about the rank, worry about the loot. If you can steal loot, you can grow fast, and that's what you need. All right, fellas, this is the Game Hunter with another episode of DomiNations. I will see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.